Okay. So first question I have is, what would you like to address in our meeting today?
Today I'd like to talk about professional development, and I've got a lot of irons in the pot, or in the fire, I should say, a lot of irons in the fire, and I want to decide which ones I should be doing and kind of prioritize them. I'm starting a new job this year, and then I've got this UNT classwork and coursework that I'm working on, and I'm also working on a certification class. So I think it's too much to do this coming fall with a new job, but I'm still trying to figure out which ones are the important ones.
Okay. Okay. Well, what challenges do you see going from, I know we just touched about you being an elementary school teacher and you're moving to middle school.
Mm-hmm.
What challenges do you see transitioning that way?
Okay, so I started at elementary, and I've been teaching that for the last 5 years, and I'm transitioning into middle school. The content is the same. I'm still teaching dyslexia students, still using the same program,
Okay.
but moving into further along in the program. So it will be new content I'm teaching, but the style I'm teaching is the same program. I'll still be using the same program.
Okay.
So does that make sense?
Yes, yeah, definitely. So you'll be using the same program, which is great. So you won't have to kind of reinvent the wheel. Do you see yourself facing any challenges switching over to a new school district while you're going into the middle school?
I'm sure there's going to be challenges. I've never taught middle school, so classroom management is going to be one of my biggest challenges.
Okay.
Just learning how to run a classroom of middle schoolers because of their age,
Mm-hmm.
and also because my classes this year are going to be an actual class versus a pullout. In elementary, I formed my own groups and pulled them out of their normal classrooms.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And in middle school, my new schedule is I'm going to have 6 or 7 periods a day that's scheduled for me, already pre-grouped.
Okay.
So I'm going from groups of maybe 3 to 5 to groups of 10 to 12. So I'm going to have some challenges there of adding more people in my class and also the age group
Okay.
of classroom management.
So you'll be adding more people, and classroom management is your biggest challenge. So as you go into the next semester of school, do you see the course load that you've seen in the past being an issue with also transitioning into a new school? If that makes sense.
Are we talking about the UNT coursework?
Right.
Or?
Yeah. So the UNT coursework for this program, and then also the fact that you're going to take on a new middle school. Do you see that two conflicting with each other?
I'm a little concerned about it, yes, and the coursework at UNT is a lot on top of teaching my my job on a day-to-day basis. I only have one course that I would have to take left in the UNT program, so I'm in a conundrum because it's my last class, but I really want to devote most of my time, or all of my time, to learning my new job,
Right.
learning the new students,
Right.
and getting my feet steady before I add more to my plate.
Okay.
But I feel like I'm at the end. I need to finish, but at the same time, I want to put my best foot forward in my new job and new district and new administration.
Right. Right. Okay. I can see how that can be a challenge. You're at the end of your degree program, and then also starting a new job that could be conflicting, which I know is going to be hard on making a decision. Were you able to speak with anyone at that school, at the new school, about the dyslexia program, or anyone that might be in the same area that you are going to be teaching?
I'm taking over a person that's retired.
Okay.
And in the world of dyslexia, there's usually only one person per campus at best. So I think this is how the district is run. I believe there's one dyslexic specialist at every campus. I interviewed with her, so I know what she was doing within the classroom.
Right.
So I know it's my expectations, what they're expecting of me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going in knowing that it's going to be a challenge.
Okay.
It's gonna be tough. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a tough job. So there's a lot of students.
Okay.
I'm going from like 20 students to 80 students.
Oh wow. So yes, it will definitely be a change in what you've seen in the past.
Mhm.
So have you been able to make a strategy if you were to continue taking courses at UNT and also start this new program? Have you made like a strategy or any plans in mind?
Well, one of the plans I had was just to try to take as many courses this summer,
Mhm.
so I could lighten my load for the fall and the spring, which I'm doing. And the other thing I did is when I was going into the interview, during my interview process, I did discuss it with the administrators there, that I had some trepidation about moving districts and schools right in the middle of or really at the tail end of my UNT coursework. So they're aware that I'm at the end of it,
Right.
and I wouldn't have taken the job had they not been very encouraging for me to continue my coursework.
Okay.
So they're expecting that of me, or at least they're, in the know that that's where I'm at.
Okay. So that's good. At least they know and they're encouraging you to continue your education.
Mhm.
So it looks like that you'll be kind of okay with actually going into finishing out your degree plan along with starting this new job. Okay. So with that being said, how do you feel about approaching this last semester? Do you feel that you will have time to continue or finish out your degree plan, or do you think that this new job will kind of take over and you have to kind of put a hold on your education?
Okay. So I've been kicking it around. I really want to finish my UNT work since I'm right here at the end. I've also been working on a level 2 certification for my dyslexia.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing that through the course of the last few years as well, which is graduate level work as well. So I'm doing that and UNT and starting a new job. So at this point, I have to make a decision. I truly don't believe I can do level 2 certification on top of UNT work,
Right.
on top of a new job.
Right.
So I've been trying to determine which coursework to pursue. Do I finish out UNT, or do I pursue level 2 certification for dyslexia?
Okay.
And so I've been trying to kick that around. My passion is dyslexia,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
but I realize I'd like to go into administration, the administrative end of dyslexia in 504. So I do need my administrative certification from UNT. But the dyslexic certification level 2 will help me in middle school in the teaching aspect of it.
Okay.
So it is a challenge. I don't
Yes.
know which one to do, but I will say in the last few weeks I've been leaning toward just going ahead and finishing the UNT, getting my feet wet with my new job, and putting level 2 certification on hold for another year.
Okay.
I think that's where I'm leaning, and I think that's probably the best choice,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm so close to the end
Right.
at
right.
UNT.
Yeah. Just from this conversation, it feels like you, one class left, and that you're right there. And if you were able to kind of hold off on a certification, that you'll be able to actually complete this degree plan and also learn what new your new job as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope my questions were helpful.
Super, yeah.
And I wish you luck
Thank you.
on that. And yeah,
Thank you.
definitely.
Yeah, I think I've got it figured out.